I'm really excited about this one. Now, it's unusual for me to get excited about something like this, but it really has opened up my way of being, my way of working and everyday life. And it's about a desk. Now you might think, well, what has a desk got to do with photography and video? Well, for me, it's where I spend most of my time. Anyone that's self-employed knows I work all the time, from as soon as I wake up till the early hours of the morning sometimes. So that's kind of the reality of being a photographer or video creator. You spend most of it on the computer. And that's the same for lots of people now, working from home, especially over the last few years. Your home environment and your desk is the most important thing for you to concentrate and feel kind of good about working from home.
This is the Vernal standing desk.
Now you might think, why would you want to stand up when you're at a computer? And that's because if you're sitting down all day, it's really bad for you. And I know this because several years ago I had a sports injury where I ruined my lower back. I had a few slip discs, several tears, and it was painful doing anything, especially sitting down in the same place for too long. How many people in their 30s and 40s or onwards can have bad backs? And that's because they're sitting at a desk. So the whole point of this is you can raise it and lower it to stand up, like I'm doing now. I'm nearly 6 foot tall, and I can stand up and do work while standing. Or if I want to, I'm a bit tired of standing up, you could just lower it. I've also found that standing at a desk, you feel more positive and energized. Whereas if you're sitting down, you feel a bit lethargic after a short time. So the desk I've chosen, and there are others of different sizes and shapes and colours, several colours, and also the headphone, little hook, all these little accessories and all these little thoughts. And you can carry on customising it. There's loads of different things you can get from it, from chairs. You can have the legs on wheels. So it goes down as low as almost like a sitting chair. That's how low it can go. I don't know why you'd want it that low, maybe as a coffee table. And it says a load weight of 160 kilogram. Now that's a lot of weight. Far more than I'd ever need for a monitor and desk, but there's, well, the heaviest thing I know is me.
Going up.
Hello! Ah.
It goes really low. It goes really low to the point where it's almost like a chair level.
So it's all controlled from this little electronic unit here, and it's as easy as just press, if you want it to go up, you press up. If you want it to go down, you press down. And it even says the measurement in centimetres, which is great. And you also have pre-programmed memory settings, so you could press 1 for go. I've set it to go 1 for the lowest, 2 for the average sitting height, and 3 for the highest, just for the fun of it, when I'm standing. Even when you're sitting down, you can micro adjust it to exactly the seating position for your chair, and that exact height you want for your resting your keyboard and your mouse, and the height of the monitor. Because I've got this monitor I always use, my 27-inch screen. It actually probably looks quite small on here because of the size of the desk. And then I have the external keyboard and mouse under here. Now you might think stability, how steady is it when it's this high? Well, sure, it's minimal. There is going to be some, it's just the physics of it, isn't it? I mean, I'm trying to rock it my hardest here, and it's not doing that much. And my floor isn't that level. And you have to choose your size of the table carefully with the width and the length, because you've got to think about the room space. But I like a deeper desk, because a deeper desk is always better if you've got the room. And it does come really heavy. So even the boxes, when they arrive, they're heavy. So you might need 2 people to lift them and sort it out. So how was this desk put together? Because I was a bit apprehensive. I'm okay at DIY, I've renovated my house here, but putting together drawers and desks, I was really quite worried about it, because it can be really fiddly, and sometimes the joints and the screws don't go together properly, or you're missing parts. Winding it together can be really tricky. I've got my cabinet upstairs, I've never been able to fit the drawers properly, for example. Vernal has made this as hassle-free as possible. I made the whole desk in about an hour, which is really impressive. So even the packaging, but it's important because I've ordered kitchen units here before and I've had to send several back. They're always damaged, not packed properly. Everything was packed perfectly. And you might think, oh, well, there's quite a lot of parts there, but the instructions are really simple and easy. And it comes with all the tools you need to do it as well. If I've got to put hydraulic legs together, it might be really difficult. But it wasn't, they all come as one already. All you have to do is fit the legs to the desk. That is it. So this is the Allen key tool, which is really good. The screwdriver that comes with it as well is a bit soft. Maybe you could use your own, or you might well want to use a power tool anyway, but don't over tighten them. That's maybe something they could improve, is a better screwdriver with it. And you have to think about the competition. So there is a lot of electronic so-called tables on Amazon or eBay for a lot cheaper than this. And well, you pay for what you get. I've seen reviews of them, people giving them 1 star because they're not stable, the electronic system doesn't work, it doesn't hold the weight that it says it does. And again, one of my concerns was the quality. There is a solid wood option, but this feels really nice. It's hard to describe texture, but it's really smooth, but it's also coated, so any spills with water or anything like that is protected. But the thickness as well, it's really thick wood, natural grain in it as well. So obviously there is some, you can see the knots in the wood. So I chose the monitor stand, really wide one, because sometimes I use 2 monitors side by side. You don't even have to have the monitor shelf. Maybe you don't need it if you can raise and lower the table itself anyway, but I just like it because I like the monitor above the desk level. Now I mentioned earlier the drawer, how bad I am at making drawers, and this was so easy. So all I had to do was put these 2 side bits in, screw them in with the Allen key, and then the drawer just slotted in. I didn't have to do anything else. No lining up the shelves or the hooks, it just went in and it's fully secure and it doesn't come out. And another great thing, this comes with 15-year warranty. Now, they must be proud of their product because 15 years is a long time, especially with electronic moving parts, and 15-year warranty, I mean, come on, that's fantastic. So overall, I'm really impressed by this. If I wasn't impressed with it, I would say, but the quality of how it was all put together and the craftsmanship and the care they put into every single part of the build of this is so impressive, and I respect it so much. But it is expensive, but you pay for the quality that you're getting. So there's an affiliate link below where you can save 6%, and as a thank you from them, I get a 3% of what you spend as well, which helps me out, which is great because you want to help me out, right? And as I spend most of my time on the computer, having a desk like this will really you'll excite me to want to be, I don't know if the excitement might wear off, obviously, but if I keep it like this with less clutter, and the colours and everything about it just encourage me to sit here and work, or stand here and work, obviously. And because I get so distracted so easily, I just want to get up, and of course my back starts to get bad. It just changes it so I can carry on being here and working away and creating. It's interesting that Vernal stands for Latin for from spring, which is exactly how I feel about this kind of table. It's refreshing. It does exactly what it says it does, and it's gone beyond my expectations, really. So it gets my stamp of approval. Okay, right, I think that's it. Thanks for Vernal for sending this for me to review, and well, it's been quite eye-opening. I can really see how your home environment where you exist can help you create and work in a better way than I actually realised before. See you next time.